Does it work? Yes. I'm honored to be here tonight, and somewhat humbled that a number of people would think that something I had a part in designing it has become part of Louisville's culture and something that we hope will endure for a long time. Now, there are many arguments on whether it should be saved or not, and one argument was that it didn't meet Olmsted's philosophy in the design of parks. And in a way, it's right, because Olmsted's philosophy was that man-made structures should be subordinate to nature-made structures. But that having been said, what do we have in parks nowadays? We have playgrounds, we have golf courses, and if you're going to remove the TeePee, by that same logic, you remove the golf courses and the playground and other items. If this structure was owned by a private entity, the Department of Permits and Licenses would have been up there long ago telling the private owner he's got to maintain this structure. And or he would force them to close it, and therefore the Parks Department wouldn't get that $15,000 a year that they're getting and renting out the structure. So they want to have it both ways. And then three, we are now faced with the problem of asbestos removal. Well, if the TeePee is torn, and the Parks Department wants us to pay for it. Well, if the TeePee is torn down, they still have to remove the asbestos. And who will pay for it? The Parks Department. So as a minimum, I feel that they ought to meet us halfway on the asbestos, or at least provide some stewardship on that, because if they treat other structures in the park like this one, there's no wonder our tax dollars are being wasted. Now, I'm not sure, at my age, I'm not sure whether I'm older than I look or look younger than I am. But in any case, I'm so happy to meet so many new friends, and as the guy said, the point goes, I'm older, I may be older than I look, and I'm not sure that I'm younger than I am. But at my age, we folks don't give a damn. I would, in the remaining time, if you have any questions, I would be delighted to try to answer them. But how long did I think it would stand? Well, my body at almost 85 years of age has stood a long time, but I've had maintenance. Good maintenance. But that structure hasn't. And if I had so little maintenance as that structure, I would have been gone long ago.
Amen.
You know, if she'd take off these shoes, I'd be taller than she.
By miles.
Well, one thing we want to tell you is how much we love the TeePee, because you know as well as I do that a lot of us hung out at that TeePee in the 60s. And, right? And how many of you lived up there at that TeePee? You know, because he's had children and grandchildren.
My oldest son said that the TeePee is the one structure in Louisville where 4 generations of teenagers went to misbehave. Supervised misbehaving.
We love his TeePee. Does anybody have a question for him or a question for anybody concerning like what it's going to take to get those TeePees fixed? And how much money do you need?
Yeah.
I'm not the exchequer, so I really
25,000.
20,000? We need $20,000. So we've raised 45, so it's not a cheap deal. Sell your boots. Sell my boots. I'll auction them. Anybody want to place a bid? Because I don't think I'll ever wear them.
The TeePee, I believe we started the design in '63, finished in '64. And the builder is a good friend of mine, and he's still around. There were 13 bids, and he was the lowest of 13 bids. And the Parks Department, when I asked them what their program was, they said, one, we wanted to hold approximately 50 people with a roof over their head. And I said, well, what else? And they said, you can't spend more than our budget. So I said, well, why not do something that might reflect the character and the name of the park? And they said, okay. I didn't tell them what I was going to do. And so that's how it developed. And it came under budget, by the way. And I think if I went back to the contractor, I could probably find how many dollars it came under budget. And if we took that money, if the Park Department had saved that money and invested it at a minimum interest rate, well, they would have had enough money now to pay for the whole thing.
What did it initially cost?
The rest is $40,000, I believe.
Are you known for any other big structures
I was the first architect on the Louisville Zoo. And we, on Stanford Field, we did everything from security on out. We did all of that. And we remodeled the Veterans Hospital. Did a lot of churches. And that basically, and we did banks and school. So,
we're here to tell you that we're going to save your TeePee. Can I get a hand for that? Because he doesn't want to see it go, we don't want to see it go, and we're going to make this happen, right? Right! Thank you very much. You can talk to Thank you very much, EJ.